Bittensor TAO continues to be one of the strongest tokens in the entire market. We're going to go over that today, but also a very straightforward video on exactly step-by-step A to Z how to actually stake your TAO tokens and earn from the subnets. The subnets are emitting tons of emissions every single day. You and I, as holders of TAO, can stake our tokens and earn up to 45% APR every single year on your tokens, and you are basically earning more TAO. I'll go over the entire system process, but most importantly, one of the biggest questions I've been seeing on this channel is, can you just show us exactly how to stake? I've set up a wallet. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'll use live funds and show you guys exactly how to stake into subnets on Bittensor TAO. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. And as always, guys, be sure to drop down below, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more every single day here on In the Game. We have you covered top to bottom, everything you need to know in crypto to win both short and long term. And of course, I have to give a shout out to our sponsors over at Blowfin right behind me with the Blowfin merch. But you can also join the $120,000 trading competition down below. You can join my team as well. I'm going to be participating and trying to recruit the best team in this competition so we can all share the prize of $120,000. Check out the link down below in the description to check out Blowfin. Now let's go ahead and dive right into the content. As mentioned, so Bitcoin is bouncing quite nicely. We saw a little bit of a scare last week. We got down to like 65,000 or something like this. But at this point in time, we are hovering back towards this $70,000 level, which is very nice to see. But at the same time, Bittensor TAO continues to show strength. People thought that when this coin was being touted all over social media and everyone was like thinking that TAO was the next big thing, that might be the local top. Well, I'm here to break it to you. This coin is here to stay. This is a token I've been holding for nearly 2 years at this point in time, and it's something I believe in to the fullest. And I'm going to go over exactly why this ecosystem is just so bulletproof, in my opinion, for exactly how it operates and the value accrual that it puts back into the Bittensor TAO token. And as I tweeted today, this is the furthest thing from a short-term social media pump, showing incredible strength, green on all time frames on the 7-day, the 30-day, the single day, and also back above $320 today. One of the best assets to have in any portfolio right now. I firmly believe that. And if you look at the TAO stats dashboard, you can see the emissions and just the growth, not even just the emissions, the TAO flow on all of these different subnets, the flow over the monthly time frame. All 20 of the top 20 the top 20, and then only one out of the 25 has a negative TAO flow. So more and more TAO is coming into this system. This is TAO stats, by the way, one of the best sources for you to just get raw information on what's going on in the Bittensor ecosystem. And also, I did do a full Bittensor TAO ecosystem subnet breakdown in a separate video, but in this video is more so about, okay, how do we make sure that we are earning off of the activity on the network? And that's what we're about to go over today. So a key factor right now is, if you are unfamiliar, the quick TLDR is Bittensor TAO is the layer, right? This is the AI decentralized chain layer where all of these subnets, AKA companies, can come build. Let's just click on one here. We'll go Templar. They're earning 7.3% emissions every single day. So if you are unfamiliar, the way that the TAO ecosystem works is kind of like a hybrid between Bitcoin's ecosystem and Ethereum. So it's proof of work and proof of stake. So you have the layer, which is TAO, and these companies, the subnets, are building basically applications on top of Bittensor's network. They are competing every single day for the emissions. And you can see here the emission flow right now, 7.3% of the emissions are going to this subnet. So stakers of TAO into the Templar Alpha token. You're probably going to be like, well, what do you mean they don't have their own tokens? These are not, so to speak, crypto tokens underneath TAO. you stake your TAO tokens to get the yield from these projects, from the amount of TAO they're emitting every single day and every single year. They do operate like a chart. You can get price appreciation. You can also get price depreciation. But when you unstake, you receive TAO. And when you stake into this, you are staking your TAO. It is fully liquid. You can unstake at any given time. And right now, this one is getting about 524 TAO emissions every single day. So it's kind of like you're the miner of the network at this point in time. But I'm getting so many questions on, can you just walk us through how to do this? Can you show us A to Z? Okay, you have TAO in a wallet, and how do you stake into these? How do you see the rewards that are going to come from it? So I'm going to do that for you right now. Like I said, I set up a fresh wallet, and we're just going to dive right into actually just let's go stake into a subnet. All right, and for this example, I have set up a Talisman wallet, just a fresh, went in here, opened up a Talisman wallet. So there are a couple of wallet options for you. You can use TAO Stats local wallet. You can use just the Bittensor TAO wallet. I like the Talisman wallet because of the accessibility, and I'm going to show you that here quickly. So you can see here, Subnet 93, which is Bitcast. This is one that I am currently staked in, but we will end up staking more into it just to show you on this particular example why I'm staking into it. So we have Bitcast, which is subnet number 93. And you can see here, I'm currently staked. You can see the unstake button here at this point in time. So you can see that this is one that I am staked in and I am holding. So subnet 93 is Bitcast. Now, Bitcast is really interesting to me as a creator who has dealt with a bunch of different avenues like agencies, etc. And what Bitcast does is it actually is utilizing real tech, AI technology to ensure real engagement across thousands of videos being created on the Bittensor network. So it is strictly about the attention economy on Bittensor, and what their layer does is actually verify real activity. You can't fake the activity, you can't fake the reviews, and the views, and you also cannot fake the reward system. So they basically act as an agency, and they also can pay out creators at the same time by just doing effective content across Bittensor TAO. So a huge market, huge size of the market here whenever it comes to influencers. And on top of that, you have just the flywheel effect. More and more projects are piling in here. You can see 65,000 hours watched, 2 million subscribers across Bitcast, and this is just continuing to grow. About a 20% increase in all of these metrics, month-on-month growth. And this is also going to come to base in the month of April. So many more opportunities on this one. So this one just makes sense to me. They're getting good emission flow. It's an industry that I am active in. I create videos. I'm super bullish on Bittensor. So the fact that they have these types of offerings on their platform for influencers to just create videos and be able to verify their activity and be rewarded in TAO, which is just magnificent. I do like Bitcast quite a bit. So this is one that we are going to show staking in as of today. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So you can go to TAO Stats. And I'm just going to go and show you also some of the reasons I would stake into Bitcast. They are one of the faster growing ones currently. I think at the beginning of this month, the APR on it or the emissions were not, they weren't crazy, but now they're almost taking up 2% of the total emissions on the network every single day, which I absolutely love. So let's go ahead and go on the Talisman wallet. We'll go back, just click into tokens. I'm going to click into Bitcast, and right here, you can see the words dashboard. This is the TAO dashboard. I love this. It's also kind of like a miniature TAO stats inside of this platform. So right now, Bitcast is subnet number 93, and you can see here the score, the amount of emissions that are coming through. And for this example, since you can see in my wallet, I'm already staked on this one. I went ahead and put some into Bitcast. That way I could just show you guys like, hey, this is what it's going to look like in your wallet when you're already staked. Let's stake into a new one and just also show you how that looks. So we're going to go into Bitcast dashboard. We're going to head over to Templar. Look, they're getting 7% of the native emissions on the network. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. You can see here, this is the chart for Templar. It has gone down quite a bit. It just pumped a whole lot whenever Jensen Huang was talking about its technology on the All In podcast. As mentioned, I just put a little bit of TAO in here to be able to do this. Let's just go. We're 0.5 TAO. Like I said, let's just go ahead and put a little bit into this so I can show you what it looks like. So 0.5 TAO, I'm going to go ahead and stake into this. And you can see here the different emissions. Yuma's validator. So you choose a validator at this point. This is basically the method that you're staking through for this specific example. I'm going to go with Talbot. They're one of the highest validators as far as the amount that they have on the network. But on top of that, it had the highest yield. It had 36%. So it's a credible validator, but also one that's paying out good emissions. So we're going to go ahead and put 0.5 TAO into the Templar stakes on this wallet. You can see it's pending on the top right. And as this confirms, we will be officially staked into Templar. Now, what this means is when I go back to the portfolio, you will see that I will have alpha tokens. You can see buy. So I just bought 6.847 Templar tokens. Let's just go back over to the Earn tab and let's go back to Bittensor. You can now see I am staked into this one as, my two with a balance are currently Bitcast and Templar. So it's pretty straightforward whenever it comes to getting into these subnets. Templar is probably the overall best. I've also really been liking to participate in the ones that are growing. If we look at, let's just go back to TAO stats really quickly. And let's take a look at Bitcast. Look at this chart. So that's another reason, like I've really been enjoying, staking into Bitcast. So I wanted to dive into, okay, when you look at a subnet, what should you be looking at? Obviously, the chart is beautiful on this, but they've been gaining emission flow quite substantially. At the beginning of the run, at mid-March, this was getting under 1% emissions, and they're almost at 2% of the total network emissions, now crossed $125 million fully diluted market cap. And the chart's just beautiful. So I went over the reasons exactly why I chose this one to stake in as those metrics are climbing. And you can get 45% right now staking through Bitcast. But on top of that, I also wanted to go in here and just do a fresh one. So we go to portfolio. You can now see Subnet 93, my previous stakes here for Bitcast network. And you can also see my Templar stakes here are now showing for Subnet number 3. So A to Z, full walkthrough of exactly how to read the data from TAO. And just go to TAO stats, really. If you want to take advantage of the most up-to-date, accurate data in a really easy to digest flow about how much emissions are they getting. You can also look at the TAO flow, like how much positive TAO is coming into this every single day, how much of the validators getting mined, the emissions going to the total network, etc. And you can make your decision based on the company. And at this point, these are startups. When you're looking at the subnets, Bitcast is a startup, Templar, Targon, Shoots, all these different companies building on TAO, they're just AI startups utilizing the decentralized network of Bittensor. And this is why I've been shouting from the rooftops for a long time that I think TAO is one of the absolute best investment opportunities in all of crypto, let alone AI. I just think decentralized AI will have a place in the future. And right now, Bittensor TAO is dominating that. So I just wanted to go over exactly how to read the data and stake into the network. And like it shows on the thumbnail, get around or above, in some cases, 40% on your TAO every single year. So guys, like the video down below. If you enjoyed the content today as well, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video. As always, trade responsibly, my friends, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.